There's our feet. Hey, it's Elizabeth. How are you?
Good.
What are we doing down here?
We're gonna build a shelf.
And where did you get that cool watch?
From Noah.
Wow, that's a vintage one. You like it?
Yeah.
You know how to tell time?
Yes.
And the date?
Yeah.
What is today?
8.
8.
8.
The 8th. That's right. All right. Well, Elizabeth and I are going to turn this room one step closer to cleaned up. So you might notice we've got numbers on our totes. We finally started locating stuff by bin number and date codes, and it's working pretty well, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
That's what Jake says. Banana peeler. So we have a shelf here. I don't think we're going to be able to fit one right there, but I will measure. I think we're going to put one right there. That's the next one. We're going to continue to go that way all the way around. We got a little repair work to do on some things, but that's what we're going to do today on The Crazy Picker Life with Wheeler, Dealer, and Banana Peeler. Welcome, fellow picklers and would-be adventurers. Dealer and Elizabeth working on a shelf today. That's what we're going to do on camera today. We've already had a big day. Lots of orders going out as usual. Da-da-da-da-do. So this project down here is ongoing, like many projects when we move locations like this. We did not shut down the business for a single day. We had a few days where it was tough to get orders out because we were in one location and the inventory was in another location. We got everything here now, of course, and we're playing catch up on a lot of projects, and it is overwhelming. Sometimes I have to look over my shoulder to see if the next day is coming to attack me because I run out of daytime. And every day or every couple of days I keep putting up a new shelf. That's what we're going to do. So the next thing you know, there's going to be a shelf right over there. I hope. Let's measure it. Alright, we got stage one. It does look like it's going to barely fit. We got all this stuff here jumbled up in front of it. We're going to have to move that out of the way eventually. But it's going to take a little while to get this all together and working, isn't it? Mm-hmm. It's not going to work perfectly until we get all the details shook out of it. Alright, let's get the next couple ones on here. What do you think, Elizabeth? Are you learning how to do this?
Yes.
What do? We put on those little plastic pieces.
Mm-hmm.
We got to make sure they're the right direction.
Yeah, and then we put another one of these.
Wow, I hear some people running around. The boys went running.
Yeah.
Sound like they're still running in the house.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get another one.
I don't know.
Where's your brother Sam?
He's upstairs talking in the vent. Yeah, I'm talking in the vent.
That's why we can hear you like a buffalo.
He's in the wall.
Yeah.
What'd you do out there?
I don't know. First run in like 10 years.
Hey,
10 years.
To everybody.
Good grief.
That was exaggerated.
Loser.
Whew. Sam, what are you talking about up there? Where is he?
Hey, Sam. What?
Where is he? Is he down under there? You behind the plywood?
No.
Oh,
Oh, can hear him.
why are you doing that?
Work.
Hey, losers, come up here, losers.
Oh my gosh. Who's this other dude?
Hi.
Samuel. Why are you yelling down the vent with such vigor? Look at this shelf we built. Oh no. We have a new shelf. What are you doing over there? I thought you were helping me.
I'm upstairs talking to you.
You are?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Well, with all this chaos going on, somehow we run a business, but don't ask me how. So that fit pretty well. I've got my young men bringing down some totes. We're going to get them numbered, starting with tote number 61. I don't know what we're gonna do with this gap, but
Hello.
for now, nothing. I do think I have a 3-foot shelf that might
Eat
fit
some
there.
carrots.
Probably should put it in there.
See you.
Okay, I got suckered into putting another shelf up here so I don't have to. Yeah, it needs a little adjustment. Alright, one more shelf, then we'll put totes on. Okay, so there's how it looks. I guess we didn't need that one yet, but I'll have to check upstairs. I thought we had more than 69 totes, but I'll take a look. So we have about 2,500, 2,400 items in here, and I'm in the process of removing about 400 items from our inventory. We're putting a date code on them so that I can search up by when the items for a month are listed. I can put all those on sale, whatever. And we got an item code, which also at this point includes a date code, separate date code, and then a bin number. And Banana Peeler says this is a lot easier to find stuff. That's why we did it. We also needed to use the vertical space better. Some of these totes are filled up. Most everything in there is in Ziplocs, which it's a little musty down here, and we're going to continue to work on that between the dehumidifier, which I might have to reposition, and the air purifier, which is ozone and ionization based. The air down here is not bad. We've had rain for 3 or 4 days straight, and before that another 3 or 4 days. You can tell there's a little moisture coming in from this side, but all in all, not bad at all. I'm going to continue doing camera stuff that way, all the way around, and then we've got a lot of the miscellaneous stuff, which I'm going to start at bin number 1 here, and I may make another designation on it. I don't think anybody will get confused on our end, but bin 1 for camera stuff starts right there. Bin 1 for miscellaneous stuff, and we run another discount camera channel. We'll probably get that in on it too, although that stuff flies off the shelf. So all in all, lots of room down here. Gonna have some supper, and then I'm going to do some listing with Kate. Okay, continuity of video change here. We're gonna go play some basketball here. We've got a nice community center with courts available in the morning. So far we found that there's not much competition for them. All right, you don't have to keep waving. So the kids think I'm going swimming with my swim goggles here, but these are my age equalizing basketball goggles since we started playing 2-on-2 with Benjamin, and the other boys are already over there. I gotta keep my phone off the steering wheel here, otherwise it shakes. So anyway, when I wear these goggles, the 30 to 30, how old are you, Benjamin?
13.
13, oh my gosh. The 30 to 37 or 38 year span between dealer here and the rest of the 3 competitors are equalized by these goggles. These goggles give me unbelievable skills to match the youth of these younger whippersnappers. And then Sam and Lizzie are going to come around to shoot some hoops. Did you guys bring your ball?
The boys have it.
There's one there too, I think. We can snark. So last night after supper, we were supposed to do some listing, but being that it was late and the Bucks, my old Wisconsin NBA favorite team, are doing very well in the playoffs. First time in many years they actually won, and they're going to be in the 3rd round against Toronto or Philadelphia. Is that right?
Yep.
So that's pretty exciting. So the video carries over for another day. Benjamin, we are going to actually do something today together. I'm I'm going to talk more about the move a little bit and about taking your business sort of to the next level, and really I think I'm going to title it like breaking away, because basically at some point in your business there are people who do this part-time and plan to continue to do it part-time, but most people want to be full-time in their own business if it can make enough money. And those that are full-time in their business want to have choices with their time, and so you want to break away from the starting phases of your business when you're sort of tied to it, or not making enough money and having to work part-time somewhere else or whatever. I've been through all those phases, and so I'm going to talk about that sometime this weekend, probably be released early next week. But we'll do a little listing tonight. So I'm going to get on the court and see what these guys can do. Uh-oh, still taping. That's a term from the 80s for those of you that are all digital. I'm still taping. Kind of nice that we get used to this. Here's the unusual suspects. Where does it say no dunking? Oh, there it is. So I got to turn the glasses down a little bit because it says no dunking, but it only says it on that rim. Oh no, it says it on that rim too. Darn it! I better get warmed up though. Now, if I had a camera crew, I gave them the day off, we could have filmed this adventure. So we got 2 wins, and then Ben and I took on Wheeler and Banana Peeler, and we were down 11-19?
Yeah.
Came back, I think we were at 19-19. I had a shot for a game winner. I hit 2 game winners, 2 pointers, 3 pointers for 2. Missed it. They got 20 and they beat us 21-19, didn't they?
Yep.
And then the icing on the cake, I congratulate everybody. I go up to Wheeler, low battery, go up to Wheeler for the congratulatory nice little fist bump, and he put his middle finger out and fist bumps me like that, breaks my hand almost. Man, these kids have no respect for the goggles. Alright, here's the bruiser right here. He reminds me of the Detroit Pistons of the 90s, early 90s, the bad boys. My hand is still healing. I was telling everybody about your nice, gentle 5 out of 10 fist bump.
That's less than 5 out of 10. I was just checking over the number. It's probably like 2.
Yeah, bruiser. Okay, we've got a project going on with Benjamin, otherwise formerly known as Squealer, but we don't call him that anymore. I don't know what to call him names. So there's where we're doing there's where we're doing packing right now. That's sort of our processing for labels, makeshift garbage there. And then we've got all our packing materials not sorted out, but certainly in place. Totes. We got a big middle chute that we're working on. Got a photo tent over here, and then we did this inventory project, which is part of what Benjamin's working on. I may talk about that at another time. We've got all these things underneath that we sorted out of the inventory because they're old, not selling, too low of price after discounts, and so it's going to be my job to go through that at some point. We got a big pile of fun stuff to go through with Kate that we'll talk about as we go. And then we just recently, because we got mostly through the inventory project, we have this cable running down through the floor here we haven't figured out what to do with yet, but we've got this area over here that's going to turn into some sort of a sitting area, video game area, and we're going to put a TV over here and sit and play when we're not working, right?
Yeah.
And then, of course, you've already seen Wheeler's office near the bathroom, where all the stuff ends up right in the way.
That photo tent over there actually looks pretty wild. The photos that come out of it are pretty cool.
The large photo tent?
Yeah.
Super duper.
Yeah.
So what am I doing with Benjamin? Well, let's see. Oh, we gotta not look at this stuff. It's all too cool. Benjamin is taking items that have just been listed, and he's double checking the number, and then he's adding a bin number and a date to it when it's entered into our inventory system. He's working on bin number 71, and so that number is in each auction, and we can locate these items when they sell. First day at work, right, Ben?
Yep.
New employee? Did they have you look for the aluminum magnet yet?
What is this?
No.
Jake's been giving you the cheese?
Yep.
Okay. Ooh, good light right there. Actually, Ben's been doing a really good job. I hardly have to say anything anymore. I just sit back and count the money. Right. Okay, Kate is my new listing partner, and we have been listing a few things every day. Oh boy, I'm getting photobombed by Junior.
Come over here. You're standing in.
Okay, we got a wire here. Careful. All right, I'm trying to film here, Buster. So we got a couple Olympia beer signs. This one is a pool. They're both pool table lamps, and they are new old stock from, I don't know, probably the 70s from my experience. And although they're new in here, the quality level on them is pretty cheap. They're plasticky. This one's a long one. We already pictured it, and I just never got around to listing it. So even though they're good being new old stock and a brand that people are after, the problem, it's a little wavy and the plastic isn't broke, but it's just not, it's not perfect. So somebody's going to have to, this one's a square one, and if I took it out of there, it's actually pretty cool. Very rare, super thin, and there's some separation up top. So, but really cool. You would cry if you knew how much I paid for this. We got to the Denver flea market super early,
No, we did.
and these guys were unloading a whole bunch of stuff that they must have bought a business out, or who knows. And I said, oh wow, what are those? Oh, those are Olympia pool table lamps, brand new in there. And I'm like, well, the boxes are water stained. We pulled them out, we looked at them. What do you want for both of them? Oh, $10 a piece. Ha ha ha.
I guess most of them have like stained glass on them.
Well, it's
In the
plat.
title.
Yeah, stained glass, that's true. Well, I think people will find it. There's only a few of these Olympia lamps. These are very scarce, the 70s ones like this. This one has, pull up that picture with the balls on it. It's got these cool pool balls on it that you can't see when we didn't open it there. So it's really neat. It's really thin plastic. It is separating stuff. We're going to list them at $199.99 plus shipping, $199.99 plus shipping. There are none of these listed. But because of the construction and the price I paid and all that, we're just going to move them out. The construction is so thin, it's so cheap. They probably made a few thousand of these and gave them out as promotions, and they made them as cheap as possible. And there's virtually none left, so these were a surprise. But Kate loved listing them. These are actually pretty difficult to list off the cuff. These are not your average items. Oh, where am I? Oh no, not the backwards camera trick again. Oh, that's better. Well, Kate, bad news, good news. The good news is your mom's closet fell off. She overloaded it, and the bar and everything ripped off the wall. And I found the stud finder. Earn points there with your mom. Bad news is we can't find what is Kate had pictured a month ago, and we can't find it, so we can't list it yet. Some Jeep Willys reflectors, cool.
And some John Deere wall scrolls.
John Deere. Yeah, those actually are pretty good. We got those cool things. Those are actually from a Willys Jeep. They're tail light reflectors. We got a pair of them for $5 each, and those should go for $100 for the pair. And what about the John Deere thing? John Deere wall border, $3 each. I think we got what, 2 of those?
Mm-hmm.
They go for close to 25 to 30 each. John Deere stuff sells. Okay. The bad news is I can't find them because Kate pictured them, and then they got somewhere in between finished inventory and unlisted inventory. And right now, after 10 minutes of looking, I cannot find them. So what time you got, Kate?
7:47.
7:47. We're going to do something else. Find one more item. Let's see if this thing works.
What is it? Oh, it's a stud finder.
Where
It's
is he?
broken.
Where's the stud?
Yeah, for sure it's broken.
Oh,
Oh, got
stud.
it.
We found a stud. So I was hoping to watch some NBA basketball, but Kate picked an ambitious battery-powered model boat. Now this one's actually really cool, by Union, and it's going to require some assembly before we take pictures. This is going to take a little while. I paid up for this at a toy thing because I like boats, and I went on some sort of a boat buying spree. We'll have to show more of those, but actually I was looking at it and I dropped the darn thing, and so I'm like, oh my gosh, I gotta buy it. So we'll list this. Okay, so Kate was taking pictures for me for a long time now, and so she does a good job with that. This thing's pretty detailed and pretty fragile. It does have a propeller. It is battery operated. It's got these outriggers and a whatever you call it, canopy, and the top comes off. So we're going to take some pictures of this thing. Okay, so these toy boats are all over the map. Some of the indicators that this is a good one are the details in it. It's Union made, which we can't find much on that brand. It is Japan. It's very detailed compared to some of the ones out there. These price all over the map from $15 up to whatever, all kinds of money. This one I think is a pretty good one. The size and, like I said, the detail and the condition's really good. I'm going to price it at $199.99 and see if I can get some offers. I paid up on this. I paid too much for it. I almost broke it, so I think I paid $125 or $150. And sometimes I'll do that with things I like. Whoops. Wheeler comes by, worth $1. Well, a lot of people will come along and shop, and they'll get something like this. We can't find the exact one. They'll get something like this
$1.50
for $50 or something, but you know, we'll find this in the raw once in a while for that kind of money too. So what you got there?
Pushing up a couple of system cases here.
Yeah.
Super fun.
Thanks, Kate. Lots of fun, right? Okay, so we are going to stop listing. I'm going to go watch some NBA. We got the Bucks in the playoffs. They're not playing tonight, but they might play the winner of Toronto and the 76ers, and then we're rooting for Denver just because Jerkic, or whatever, the big 7-foot dude, is pretty good and pretty fun to watch. We will have a show again soon. Thanks for watching. I do read all your questions. I have not been answering them on the boards, but in the past, Wheeler and I have taken questions, and we've done this thing's so weird with the perspective. We've taken questions and answered them on a long show. We'll probably do that again. I think I'm going to get my camera back again. I'll talk about that maybe this weekend. Why did you buy a camera, sell a camera, buy another camera, sell another camera? Why the heck are you on your phone? I'll answer that and many more questions in the next episode. Pick well, list often. Dealer and Kate and Wheeler. Banana Peeler, are you out there?
No.
Banana Peeler signing off.
following us.
What? Are you following us around?
Yeah.
Why are these things following us?
I know.